Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Norwich Career Mode. In this episode, there will be two games, two winnable games to be honest, but before all that you see Gary Hooper accept his contract and some Finnish players going out to play for their international duty. But the first game of the episode is Norwich City versus Hull City. So two cities coming up against each other, but we are in amazing form in the league, and we don't really know how to concede at the moment. We never concede a goal, which is amazing, but five at the back is hard to penetrate, so we'll have to be at our best to do that because Hull do have five at the back. So the first chance comes to Hull City straight from kickoff as Zaluko picks up the ball up in the centre circle, plays it over the top to Quinn. They were going to be attacking in this game, gives it to Jelavic already in the 3rd minute. Jelavic gives it back to Quinn. Quinn takes on his left foot, goes to the shot, and John Ruddy makes a superb save. But the next chance of the game comes in the 6th minute as Gary Hooper pacing forward, tries a finesse shot, and if you go back to the first ever video up on my channel, I scored a goal. Christ, exactly like that. So then, Nathan Redmond swings in the corner now. The ball goes like everywhere before it goes in, and so the next chance comes as Hull go down the left-hand side, whip it in. Luco misses it, and Mela, I don't know how he missed that to be honest, but he did. So that was half-time, 0-0. Yeah, and at half-time, 0-0, like I said, even amount of shots, but Hull dominating possession. And they hadn't had a shot on target, although they had 3 shots. So first proper chance comes as Jerome goes down the left-hand side, cuts inside, struggling to pass it. Eventually does pass it to Dorrans. Dorrans gives it to Hooper, managed to turn to defender and shoot, and Guilherme makes a brilliant save. But then the last chance of the game would come in the 88th minute as Vardis Ojidija Ofoe picks up the ball halfway into the area, gives it to Redmond who shoots, and Guilherme makes an amazing save to keep it a 0-0. But that was full time. No surprises we didn't concede a goal. But I was kind of surprised that I didn't win it. So we did dominate everything. Possession, shots on target. Hull didn't have a single shot in the second half, which is why I think we deserved to win. But just before the next game, you'll see a scout report, of which we reject 2 players and don't sign any. But then the second game of this episode, the second winnable game of this episode, will be away to Aston Villa, coming to travel Villa Park here. And so completely different team because they're playing 3 up front and 3 midfield, which is a extremely different kind of team we've just played against. So by the way, I had a different intro to this episode. If you skip the intro, go back and watch that because that is quite funny. And yeah, but the first chance straight away comes from kickoff again as Aston Villa go down the right hand side with Matt Lowton. Matt Lowton takes it past 2 Norwich players, eventually gives it to Carlos Sanchez, whips it in towards Agbanglahor, who looks like a fish as he dives for that, but he heads over the bar. But the next chance comes in the 41st minute as well to Aston Villa as Johnson and Carlos Sanchez link up, and Besson makes a good challenge. But in the 78th minute, Will Hughes picks up here. Game with very few chances, gets inside, doesn't really want to shoot. Eventually, when he does, he spoons it. Baker can't clear it, and Gary Hooper misses virtually an open goal. Don't know what he's doing. But then I bring on some substitutes in the 88th minute to try and give something. Brought Ricky on, Ofoe and Johnny Howson, I think. But then the ball does come to Ofoe, who cuts past Westwood eventually, goes for the sliding shot, and does indeed score for us. So we do go 1-0 up. And yeah, so 1-0. Vardis Ojidija Ofoe, the scorer, and gets his first goal for Norwich ever. So yeah, he does put us 1-0 up. We do go on to actually win this game, and the keeper definitely should have done better. And it was a nice finish into the bottom corner. So like I said, gets his first goal ever in the BPL. A good landmark for him, and we do want to go on to win the game 1-0. We haven't had a single shot on target against us this episode, which is down to brilliant defending, which is our best stat. As you can see here, that we have played 13, won 6, drawn 6, only lost 1, got the best defensive record in England at the moment. So if you did enjoy this episode, leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Norwich City Career Mode very soon.